AITA for sitting on my husband's lap during Thanksgiving dinner because all chairs at the table were taken. I, F, 28. Have been with my husband Sean, M, 33, for 2 years, married for 5 months. Most of his family are decent people, but his mom can be a little of a passive-aggressive and tends to criticize me a lot. Sean sees it as her still not getting used to me being around, but IDK because she treats his ex Julissa good. Mill says that Julissa has been around the family for age and her past with Sean never affected her relationship with her. Fine, I never minded her attending every holiday and being around till yesterday. We had Thanksgiving dinner at my Mill's house. Sean went there before me, and when I arrived it was already dinner time. Everyone was seated and I saw that all chairs were taken. I asked Mill why she didn't save me a seat and she said sorry and that one of her granddaughters decided to show up last minute and the chair was taken. I looked at her then at Julissa who was sitting next to Sean and tried to point out how I was more deserving of her chair since I'm the dill. I know shouldn't have said it I know. Mill flat out said that Julissa is as much family as me, and that it was rude to imply otherwise. Julissa was nodding confidently while glancing at me. I was so upset I wanted to leave but decided to just sit on my husband's lap and act as casual as possible. I sat on his lap asking if he was okay with it. Don't worry, I'm petite. He's strong-built, and started eating so casually while smiling and complimenting the food and mentioning to Sean how warm and comfortable his lap was now and then. The table went awkwardly silence. Bill would try to break the silence and change the subject, but it somehow goes back to being awkward. Mill and Julissa were barely eating and were staring at each other, then at me, eyes wide open. Minutes later, Julissa excused herself to the bathroom and so did Mill. It was still awkward, but I did my best to focus on dinner. Sean was eating as well. Later, there was just so much tension and Mill was barely able to speak after Julissa left. Early, like right after dinner. Sean and I went home and Mill tried calling but then called Sean and texted me saying what I did was inappropriate and that I ruined Thanksgiving dinner and made it awkward. She said it wasn't her fault chairs were taken and I could have dragged a chair from the kitchen but acted childishly and made Julissa, and family, uncomfortable with how inappropriate I was. Edit. I need to mention that even if I took a chair from the kitchen, there was not enough space at dinner table to fit the chair. Everyone was sitting next to each other.